We wanted to have a consistent experience. We wanted to have everything, everywhere, on anything. Every application, every file, every bit of data, everything that you need from a user standpoint, everywhere that you go, on any type of device that you have. It's your desktop logged in as you for your files, your applications, and right where you left off the last time that you used it. We wanted something that was fast and reliable regardless of the endpoint. So regardless of whether you were connecting from an iPad or in the hospital using an endpoint, whether you were at a physician at their office connecting from a MacBook that's sitting there, we wanted to have a fast, reliable experience regardless of the endpoint. We also wanted a better experience. We wanted to get the technical barriers out of the way when it comes to providing patient care. Too often the latest and greatest technology that we're providing adds yet another step, yet another component for the caregiver that they have to do that takes them away from the patient. We wanted to reduce the technical barriers, increase productivity, simplify the workflow, give a personalized experience, personalization, kind of a my computer, this is my computer kind of thing, personalization for both the clinical and non-clinical, and of course enable mobility. For remote access, we wanted these same exact steps, the same exact experience, whether you are inside the hospital or whether you're down at a coffee shop down the street or at a physician office or visiting grandma's house. We wanted these same exact steps for you to be able to get to your work. From an IT standpoint, we wanted something that was centralized. We wanted all the desktops and the data to never leave the data center. We wanted to bring everything in to where we could manage it, keep it, protect it from there. We wanted to secure the communication between the data center and the endpoint, have that encrypted. We wanted to have no company laptops or desktops sitting at people's homes. So we're not having an endpoint that's out there that has a full operating system that ends up having to be something for us to manage. We didn't want any difference, again, from the internal experience versus the outside. And we wanted agility. So when it came to we're rolling out application X or we're upgrading to Windows, yet another OS, when we wanted to do things like add memory or add processor capacity, instead of running around and upgrading physical desktops, adding little memory sticks or things like that, we wanted to be able to, with a click of a mouse, be able to provide additional resources to all those desktops out there. We wanted to be able to build, destroy, and rebuild desktops. You know when you get a brand new computer, it's really fast, and you get your stuff on it, and you get everything just like perfect and everything. It's got like that new computer smell. And it's like it's just a wonderful thing. But you know over time that it just starts to degrade. You add more apps, you take apps away. And before you start calling IT and they tell you, reboot, right? Yeah. They tell you to reboot. And then after a while, you've rebooted so many times and you've had it for so long, it's like, well, it's screwed. We're going to have to wipe out your computer and rebuild it. We wanted to be able to dynamically, with a click of a mouse, kind of tear down a machine, dynamically rebuild it in seconds, and give you that new computer smell on a daily basis. Give you that new computer, that reliable machine like it's brand new, built, every day that you come into practice at the hospital. We wanted personalization, not individual desktops to where it's like, this one's mine, so we've got that dependence on, well, this is my computer, it's got my stuff on it, it's built exactly like this, therefore when the hard drive dies, I'm screwed. We wanted to still have that personalization, but not the kind of individual desktops where you have that point of failure, where you have that dependence. Then endpoint flexibility. We wanted, wherever you're going to access your desktop, we wanted to be able to get some low cost, low management endpoints, and really have support for mobility and kind of alternative endpoints. So what we implemented was VDI, Virtual Desktop Infrastructure, if you've heard of it before. Basically what it is if you think about your computer, on your computer you have basically you've got a Windows operating system. On top of that you've got your applications. On top of that you have your application data, your settings, etc. What we did with VDI is basically take those and separate those out. So they're not building on top of each other and have that kind of interdependence, but kind of separate them out. Then take them and move them, no presentation's complete without a cloud. Then move them into the data center And by the way, by having those 3 layers separated out, we can now take bits and pieces of those 3 layers and dynamically replace them. We can take the Windows OS and say, no more Windows XP, let's shove Windows 7 in there, or no more 7, let's shove 8 in there, and not have destroyed the platform that we built with the applications and with the data. Move everything into the data center, and then from there you can access your desktop with all of your pieces from any device that you're connecting to, whether it be on a cart, mobile device, etc. So, what we call it at El Camino Hospital is Follow Me Desktop. This is a slide that I used in educating our physicians, our nurses, and the rest of the staff on what it is. Follow Me Desktop is your own Windows desktop that follows you from place to place, bringing with it all of your files and open applications as you move. What we did was tie it to your El Camino Hospital ID badge. And what you can do is tap your El Camino Hospital ID badge on a Follow Me Desktop station, and it will log you into your desktop, and then single sign-on, which is part of it, learns all your login credentials, and then regardless of the application, it goes in and automatically logs you in because it knows who you are. So no more tremendous number of usernames and passwords to remember as a result of it as well. One tip of the hat to our partner that's worked on this. We've had a lot of different vendors that are involved in this scenario. We use EMC for storage. We use Cisco for servers and switching. We use VMware for the technology behind it. We use, obviously, working with Microsoft on optimizing the operating system. We have a longtime partner with Covaris. I wanted to certainly call them out in this. Because they definitely, it's not about the technology, it's about the changes in the ability to provide patient care. And so I really appreciated their ability to grasp that and say, we're not just putting in here that's something cool, but something that can really have a bottom line effect on caregivers providing care to the patient. And with that, I thank you.